we're going to go ahead and touch a tool. We're going to use a tool that we've touched off, and we're going to set our work for this job. You need to remember a couple things when you do this. One is that the amount of negative Z travel you have is how far the work is going to stick out, plus a little bit. So make sure to extend your work long enough so you don't run into your chuck. So we have a workpiece in there. We're going to go into MDI mode. We're going to have to run the spindle for this. So a couple things I want to do. Now I just finished touching off my tools and I put the stock in. I want to call up a tool to use. You need to call up a tool to do this. You need to send the machine home to call up a tool. I'm going to key in the machine go home command. It's G28 X0 end of block insert cycle start. That moves the X-axis up to tool change position so we can proceed. Now we can actually see in here in the register, this is our last used G codes and M codes. We can actually see our tools called up, but typically it's not, so I'm going to just do a tool call. T0101 end of block insert, say go. It just reread the registry. Now that the tool's called up and the tool needs to be called up, we're going to start our spindle because we're just going to take a little skim cut on the face. So we'll say M3 S1000 end of block insert. Check that our spindle's running correctly. It is. Now we're going to use handle mode. And remember, the only thing we need to touch off is the Z. Because the tool settings that we've done account for both the X and the Z. So we're not going to look at the X setting at all. We're just going to touch the face of this work and we'll be ready to go. So I go into handle mode Z, I bring it in a little bit, come down. I make sure that I'm not going to run into my tailstock if it's long. It's a long piece we're touching off. Okay, so now I'm right at the face. We took a little cut. So this is our Z0. We're going to go into offsets. And instead of looking at the tools, we're going to look at the work. I'm having you use the work coordinate system, G54, 55, 56, and such. Typically, you'll probably only use 54, but if you program a job for 55 or other, then you need to make sure to set it into the correct field. Otherwise, it'll be wrong. This job is programmed for 54, so that's what we'll use. It's a simple procedure. You say Z0. When you say Z0, when you type that in, not when you say it, when you type it in, it gives you this option to measure as a soft key. You click measure. You can see it automatically writes in the value in the Z column. Now the tools have been touched off, the work has been touched, the program is ready to run.